What's going on, everyone? It's Dictator Shadow here. Welcome back to episode 11 of the full Drehmal guide. We are over halfway in the series now, and in today's episode, we will be getting some towers, we will be getting 2 new weapons, and we will be exploring some really cool areas on the map. We are going to get things started today over by the Exodus Citadel. If you've been following along, you know where this is. And we're going to head directly west. There's kind of that grass path over there. We're going to follow that up and continue our journey west. This grass pathway over here will lead you directly into the desert, where you will meet an oasis and a very tall wall. Oasis, super tall wall, and up that giant wall, there's a plateau, and that's where we're going to go today. So head to those coordinates right now, and there's an entrance to get up there. Once you're at these coordinates, head on inside, and through this, there is a very tall staircase. Atop this spire, you will be greeted with one of the coolest views on the entire map. I mean, come on, that's awesome. And our next tower. And up here is the tower for Anyr'Nogur. Oh yeah, and if you were having trouble finding here, it's at -3350-216-2230. And believe it or not, but our next weapon is in that very obviously looking cool shrine. So yeah, just break on in. Break on in again. And boom! You get the totally best weapon in the game. It's totally not the weakest weapon in the game. This is Emperor Anyr's Scepter, and it is actually, like, debatably the worst weapon in the entire map. Gives you 3 extra hearts, 9 damage, 1.3 speed. So, it's okay. It's just okay. Heading to our next destination, you were going to head south off the plateau. There's a valley here, and you're going to take it all the way down for a little bit. You can actually just go over that wall if you want. So yeah, that is the path that we just took. It kind of makes an L shape, so once you make the bend, head on top of this ridge, and behind us is the Rainbow Desert. And the Rainbow Desert is just another one of those cool places. Everything is rainbow themed, and there's a pyramid over here. And atop the Rainbow Pyramid is Gay Apple. That's it. I think sometimes this is retextured. I'm not entirely sure, though, but it's literally just a golden apple named Gay Apple because, you know, Rainbow Desert, all that good stuff. YouTube, please don't demonetize me, please, no. Anyways, keep on heading south. The landscape gets kind of barren here, so head to those coordinates, and that is where the next path starts to pick back up, right on top of this big, ominous mountain. As I am making my way up this very difficult-to-climb mountain, I realize that we are not going to any towns today, so that means we are not finding any bells. So I'm going to have to ask you now, please, if you like the content, subscribe down below and get notified when I upload future videos. Alright, I'll meet you at the top of the mountain. Once you are at the top of the mountain, there is a huge bridge in front of you, and this is the bridge that leads into HellCrags. HellCrags is incredibly difficult to traverse. There are a lot of dangerous mob spawners, a whole lot of lava and dangerous things, but there is really high tier loot in this area. But anyways, the path kind of snakes around here, and so just head on down. As we are now entering it, HellCrags is actually kind of, there's like 3 or 4 different areas here. There is the desert, there are the cliffs, there is the meat biome, we will get there in a second, and then there is the actual like HellCrags area itself. And that's at the very end today. So heading southeastwards from the path, that is where our next tower will be, and I advise you, there are a lot of blazes around the tower, so bring a bow. There it is, starting to appear in the distance. Once you're over here, good luck. That's really all I can say. This is the hardest area to traverse in the game, is this area over here. So, you know, if you have potions of fire resistance, definitely get those out. I really hate blazes. Anyways, the red desert is actually called the Carmine, but I like HellCrags because that sounds cooler. And for reference, we are down in that red area today, and that is Anyr'Nogur. I'm going to do this next bit in spectator mode because this is just another Easter egg area and it's really not too important, but you should go here if you want the loot. If going from that tower, if you head directly south, literally just straight south, you will see this area. And this is the meat biome. Meat, they're made out of meat. Who wants to meat meat? And here in the middle of the meat biome, there is gold armor with fire protection. All meat-related things aside, our next area is a maze. So head to the coordinates on screen now, and I will show you a map. Over here is the entrance to the Crimson Gorge. This is a very confusing canyon maze. Good luck. Here's the best map I could make. Here's a map of the HellCrags Maze, or the Crimson Gorge, or whatever it's called. And as you can see, it's very, very confusing, very complicated, large, lots of squiggly lines and paths that don't make sense. I constructed a bit of a map that hopefully should make sense. As I said, it's hard to tell exactly where the walls are and where there's lava or ground. So if you want, try and pause right now and try and follow these paths if you need to. So yeah, try and get it done best you can. My strategy here, I'm gonna hopefully follow it right. I'm gonna take the right path and just go right on every destination. So here's a time lapse of me running there. Real quick. One, going right on every possible turn leads you to the exit. Actually, that works pretty well. And two, I recommend going at night because during daytime gas spawn. And also I recommend you turn... oh gosh. I recommend you turn down hostile mob sounds. Now, bad news here. I turned it to nighttime because this is ridiculously hard to illustrate what you're supposed to do when it's daytime. So this is actually the Nether Wastes. So you cannot set your spawn here using a respawn anchor or a bed, so you're just gonna have to not die. But anyways, from the entrance, head over here, and this is the actual entrance to HellCrags. Coordinates for the entrance are on screen now. I highly recommend you come here at night, because otherwise there will literally be 5 ghasts spawning like in every single chunk. And it's just ridiculous to deal with, and it's a hassle, and it's already a hassle to traverse this terrain. But this is HellCrags. This is HellCrags, the domain of malice. Burnt god of war, chaos, and destruction. Simply walked into HellCrags. So there's the entrance to HellCrags, and our goal is to get to here, that is the Burnt Palace. Few have entered the Burnt Palace and left to tell the tale. May virtuo be with ye. This is another dungeon, and inside of it is our next mythical weapon. And this is perhaps the second hardest dungeon in the entire map. Using F3, this little area in front of the castle, or the palace, is mushroom fields. So use that to set your spawn, but do not go to bed. Going to bed is the worst possible idea here. But anyways, grab your strongest weapon, your strongest shield, your strongest everything, because these guys will kill you very, very easily. Well, I mean, not super easily. They're really slow and clunky. But yeah, the Burnt Palace. Yeah, this is an extremely dangerous place. There are 2 types of mobs in here. There are the Burnt Soldiers, and then there are, I believe they're called the Hell Knights. And Hell Knights are actual wither skeletons, and they're super duper dangerous. So going around back, the back entrance, you can go back there and there's some treasure. We'll go there in a second. But following here, there is this gilded blackstone staircase, and you want to go down here. And right before the bottom, I'm going to pop strength because we have a mini-boss. What is his name? His name is the Burnt General. He's actually a lot weaker than I remember. Yeah, just a mini-boss, kill him. Ascendance is really strong, so... Once you kill him, this will spawn, and this is Malevolentia, my most favorite looking mythic in the entire game. There are kind of 2 weapons on this map, kinda, generally speaking. There's ones that give you health, slowness, and damage, and then there's ones that give you speed, less health, and slightly lower damage. And Ascendance and Malevolentia are more of the tanky weapons. And Malevolentia's ability is when you hold down shift, it will spawn a shield in front of you, and this shield will deflect projectiles. Anyways, if we head on back around here, and Malevolentia just shreds through these guys. And back here, this is where Malevolentia used to be, and now there are notes, a pickaxe, and some diamonds. I've been doing some excavating because directly west of here is the last tower, and that is the tower for HellCrags. But the issue is you have to get around this. You can go back and go around on the land, but that's really difficult, so I'm just going to bridge straight over. And yeah, I did cheat and set the time to night again so gas don't spawn. This is a walkthrough, not a legit series, okay? I ran out of blocks, but I'm pretty confident that with water and calamity, you should be able to just climb the tower without needing blocks. Even though this is technically another biome, it is nice that water works here. And time for our last western tower of the entire map, HellCrags. Goodbye, HellCrags. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Click the video on screen now to see more content. I release a new episode of this series every 3 days. Let me know in the comments, do you prefer Malevolentia or Emperor Anyr's Scepter? Malevolentia is kind of no contest there. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out that next video, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one, everyone.